Hello, girls. I hope you're well. Let's do another pick a card and let's have a look at something slightly different. What do they say to themselves? Probably about you, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, so let's do two part. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's have a look. What do they say to themselves about you? Okay, 5 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. Okay, so what do they say about about you to themselves? Well, they're damn frustrated. Okay, the thing is, they cannot deny the fact that they're attracted to you, and they're attracted to you like big time. But that frustrates them as well because they also have an inner battle because of you. Troublemaker you are, and they know they have to deal with it. They know that they can't just avoid it. Okay, they getting more and more frustrated. That inner battle is not getting any better, and they can't deny that they're attracted to you. However, they're procrastinating. That probably make them also very frustrated, and that's what they say to themselves, like, hello, whenever you're ready, right? So yes, they can't deny it. They don't really do anything about it. Maybe they're daydreaming about you, but they're not approaching you. They're not, they're just hanging, and hanging doesn't cut it, right? So they're frustrated. Fine. So are they gonna are they gonna go into action? Let's see. Right. I don't think so. We have like the King of Cups, who is generally on the fence. Someone who, maybe want to have a good time but don't really doesn't want to actually commit. So obviously we stay in the same vibe. Yeah, a lot of desire but no action. And of course, now they're not just frustrated. They're also anxious. They don't sleep at night very well. They keep thinking, well, maybe that person's gonna just find somewhere else, somebody else, somewhere else, and move on. But yes, it's possible there's a potential beginning, or maybe restart, or just a proper start finally, right? Enough messing around, and that's the timing would be pretty damn good, because you will be both at the same place at the same time and on a starting block ready to go for it. So there's an offer coming, so finally we're getting into action. Yes, thank you very much. Communication is coming. Yes, yes, yes. So yes, they're finishing that period of time of I'm in my cave, and I'm happy to be there, even though I'm frustrated, full of desire, but I'm staying in my cave. Maybe they needed to be there for a while and procrastinate, but no, now they're offering spending time together. Maybe go for a meal, maybe just communication is coming in for sure, and something is happening. They cannot cover their heart for the rest of their life. So they say to themselves, it's about time to make an offer. I cannot dwell on the attraction and dwell on many different things, on frustration, and not do anything. It's about time to do something. Bingo. Loving it. Okay, pile number 2. What do they say? What do they say? Yes, what do they say to themselves? This is the point, Axelle. Okay, so 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 6 of Wands. Okay, what they say to themselves is pretty damn straightforward. They definitely feel like they missed the boat, kind of thing. They had an amazing potential with you. Amazing. I mean, you name it. But didn't work out. They probably refused an offer or didn't make an offer, and they actually kicking themselves for it now. Fair enough. They miss the boat. They re-steal. It's true. They re-steal some potential here. Maybe they don't see it just yet. But what they say to themselves is, stupid idiot, why didn't you do anything at the time? Yeah, that's a good point. However, there is potential of maybe, and yes, that can be read in 2 ways. We have to pick up more cards to figure it out. But however, that could be that they realize, well, you know what, now that person moved on, she or he left the boat, obviously, and moved on and to a better life and succeeded by themselves. They didn't need me, or they don't really want me around anymore. Or they decided themselves, well, you know what, I missed the boat, I may as well move on and hope for the best for the future, right? But let's see, it can be either way. This way. Friday, right? Right, okay, so yes, they were in a crossroad at the time. They protecting their heart. They didn't really make the right decision. Obviously, they didn't, but also they maybe didn't make any decision whatsoever. So the thing is, they could have just opened their eyes. I mean, it sounds obvious, but yes, sometimes we put our head in the sand, and they could have just opened their eyes and see, okay, you know what, this is a decision I have to make. It's a choice in front of me. I cannot afford to leave that person go away. They could have done that. But they kind of stay piano, like, oh, I'm going to test the water and see how it feels before I do anything. But oh, I'm not going to, back and forth, back and forth. This is not, you cannot stay in the middle of the road. If you want somebody or if you want something, you have to go and get it. Thinking about it, and it's a bit similar to the first part in some ways, but at the same time, slightly different, because seriously, there was a potential, there was a story, there was something really enormous in their face, and they didn't see it. And yes, maybe they've been watching you, checking you out on social media, or they've also been a bit defensive in their word, because at the end of the day, this is very defensive as well, and this is definitely very cutting. So there's a lot of sword, okay? But you, again, quite a bit of sword here. You're not buying it. You're not buying it. You just like, you know what? You had your chance. You had your chance. So you definitely walk away, left the situation, maybe because you were asked to leave, or maybe because you had enough and you decided to leave. Then you moved on with your life, indeed, and you cut them off. Potential reconciliation is true, it is possible, but is it going to be good enough for you? Is it going to be, well, maybe they haven't really sorted themselves out, they still have that self-sabotage kind of way of being, and again, they still don't open their eyes, they cover their heart, they still don't see the full reality. They still maintain a form of illusion. That mean that they don't really learn any lesson, do they? However, we do like the however. Either way, there's the best card of the old deck. So the Sun is definitely a very good energy. However, that could be that no matter what, you know what, you're moving forward. You're moving forward, you're victorious, you have, a choice of living your life the way you want, and you may be better by yourself, really. You don't need that person, and a bit too little too late. Because I don't have the feeling they change at all. I don't have the feeling they're telling you the whole truth. I think I don't believe that if something is broken, that it can be repaired to the full. There will always be some cracks in the wall. You can forgive, but you can't forget. No. In case you needed to know. So anyway, it's your decision, but I don't feel that person have learned their lesson. It's more an ego thing. They may have lost you in the past. They don't want to lose you again, but at the same time, the same scenario will happen maybe in a month's time. It's your call, but I have the feeling you might try to do reconciliation, possible, maybe, but at the same time, I think you're gonna cut them off because you're gonna realize they haven't changed. You know what I'm thinking about this one. Anyhow, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.